Hey everybody, it's your old pal John. Welcome to Humor and History. I hope you're all doing well. I am at 100 questions you must know. So apparently this is a quiz. This is world history. Let's get into it. This is a challenge, and apparently this is a thing right now. So I guess I don't know if we're scoring ourselves, but let's try it. I should be ready for this.
Hi and welcome to this history quiz with a difference. There's no questions on dates. Well, maybe one, but that's all. I've set the level of this quiz for the average person to enjoy. So what that means is there's some easy questions and a few that you might find challenging.
Okay.
If you're a history professor, it's not for you. But for everybody else, have fun, and here we go.
Okay.
A significant shift in human history. What's another term for the Neolithic Revolution? The agricultural, industrial, or scientific revolution?
Agricultural.
And the answer is the agricultural revolution.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna mark.
Mesopotamia, referred to as the cradle of civilization, was located in the region now known as what? Central America, Central Africa, or the Middle East?
The Middle East. I hope you guys are playing at home.
The correct answer here, the Middle East.
Right.
The earliest known writing system, developed by the Sumerians, is known as what? Hieroglyphics, cuneiform, or pictographs? And just so you know, the questions are mostly in chronological order.
Hieroglyphics, I guess,
And
right?
the correct answer, cuneiform.
Oh, of course.
What did the Sumerians use to write on? Paper, papyrus, or clay tablets?
Clay tablets. I don't know why I didn't say cuneiform. Damn.
And they used clay tablets.
Yeah.
The Great Pyramid of Giza is believed to be which pharaoh's tomb? Ramesses II's, Tutankhamun's, or Khufu's?
Khufu. I think it's Khufu. I'm pretty sure it's Khufu.
And it's believed to be the tomb of Khufu.
Yeah.
Hammurabi's Code is one of the earliest known sets of written laws. Who was Hammurabi? Was he a priest, king, or warrior?
He was a king.
And he was a king.
All right, good.
Who was inside the famous Trojan horse? Was it Greek, Trojan, or Persian warriors?
Greek.
And it was Greek warriors. According to the legend,
Right.
ancient Rome was founded by two brothers, Romulus and who? Remus, Romus, or Augustus?
Remus.
And the correct answer is Romulus and Remus.
Yeah.
Where is considered the birthplace of democracy? Rome, Damascus, or Athens?
I'm going with Athens. I hope you guys are writing this down. The ones you get wrong.
The correct answer there, Athens.
Okay, good.
Whose teachings were recorded by his disciples in a collection known as the Analects? Confucius's, Jesus's, or Buddha's?
Confucius's.
And the answer, Confucius. Which metal alloy was largely replaced by iron for weapons and tools during the Iron Age? Brass, bronze, or steel?
Bronze. Bronze Age.
And the answer, bronze. The Peloponnesian War, an ancient Greek war, was fought between Athens and who? Sparta, Troy, or Argos?
Sparta.
And the answer is Sparta. Alexander the Great was the king of which ancient kingdom? Egypt, Persia, or Macedonia?
Macedonia.
And he was the king of Macedonia.
This is fun.
Who was Alexander the Great's famous teacher, known for his philosophical teachings? Was
Oh.
it Socrates, Aristotle, or Plato?
I always get these correct or wrong. Socrates or Aristotle?
It was
Aristotle.
Aristotle.
Yeah. All right. Yes.
The famous Rosetta Stone has a message carved in three types of writing: Greek, Demotic, and which other? Hebrew, Latin, or hieroglyphics?
Oh, hieroglyphics. Yeah.
And the answer is hieroglyphics.
I was questioning that at the end.
Who was the last pharaoh of Egypt? Was it Ramesses II, Tutankhamun, or Cleopatra?
That would be Cleopatra. Yeah.
And it was Cleopatra.
All
Who was
right.
the first emperor of Rome? Augustus, Nero, or Hadrian?
Oh my god. I'm terrible at this.
And there's a bonus
Nero
point if you
or
can give his other
Augustus?
name.
Augustus?
The answer is
Augustus.
Augustus,
Oh, okay. I
who
was
is
getting...
considered the first pope of the Roman Catholic Church. Is it John, Paul, or Peter?
I think it's Peter. He was the first disciple of Jesus. Not the first disciple.
The
but
correct
the first one
answer
after.
is Peter.
Yeah. Okay.
Which ancient civilization is known for inventing true paper? The Egyptians, Chinese, or Greeks?
China.
And that was
Chinese?
invented by the Chinese.
Okay. Chinese. Good.
The Roman Empire reached its greatest territorial extent under which emperor? Nero, Hadrian, or Trajan?
I think it was Trajan. God, I'm terrible at my Rome.
And that was under Trajan.
All right. Good.
The Dark Ages began with the fall of which empire? The Persian, Greek, or Roman?
This is easy. Roman. God, I can't believe I got those two right.
And that was with the fall of the Roman Empire.
This is so much fun. It's scary.
Around 637-38, which army captured the holy city of Jerusalem? The Muslim, Christian, or Jewish?
600s. The Muslim. Guys, I really hope you're playing at home. This is kind of fun.
And it was captured by the Muslim army. In which ancient civilization was gunpowder invented? Chinese,
think we all
Greek,
know
or
this, right?
Roman?
The answer is, of course, Chinese. I say that overconfidently, but
And that,
Chinese.
once again, was the Chinese.
I like the way this guy does
Name the
this.
Norse explorer, who is often credited with being the first European to set foot in North America. Harold Bluetooth, Leif Erikson, or Eric Bloodaxe?
That would be Leif Erikson.
And it was Leif Erikson.
Yes.
The Norman conquest of England took place in which year? 1066, 1099, or 1014?
You guys should know this. 1066.
And I
would be
promise
one
this
who
is the only
wouldn't.
question on dates. The answer is 1066.
I'm a date
And
person,
who
so-
was the Norman leader who led the conquest and became the new King of England? Was it Harold Hardrada, Richard the Lionheart, or William the Conqueror?
Oh, William the Conqueror. Okay.
And it was William the Conqueror. Which university, founded in the 11th century, holds the title of the oldest university in continuous operation in the world? The University of Bologna, Oxford,
the
or
world.
York?
Bologna. Bologna, right? Bologna? Not Oxford. Is it Oxford?
And the
It's
correct
Bologna.
answer
Bologna.
in my terrible Italian accent is Bologna.
Bologna. All right.
What was the objective of the First Crusade? Was it to convert Africans to Christianity, recapture the Holy Lands, or rescue the Vatican from invasion?
Recapture the Holy Lands. God, I'm glad I had coffee.
And it was to recapture the Holy Lands. Which holy city was the main focus for the Crusaders to recapture from Muslim control? Was it Mecca, Jerusalem, or Medina?
This is Jerusalem.
And the answer, Jerusalem. Whose birth name was Temujin and established what became the largest land empire in history? Genghis Khan, Alexander the Great, or Cyrus the Great?
Genghis Khan or Genghis, I guess depending on the way you
And
want
the
to
correct
say it.
answer, Genghis Khan.
I thought it was Genghis.
Which is a
okay.
title granted by the emperor to a military commander or general in ancient Japan. Ronin, samurai, or shogun?
It's going to be Shogun because samurai is a class.
And the correct answer, shogun.
All right, guys, we're getting to be about a third
What
of
is
the way
the common
through.
name of the Royal Charter of Rights agreed to by King John of England in 1215?
15.
Is it the Declaration of England, the Magna Carta, or the Great Constitution?
The Magna Carta.
And the answer, the Magna Carta. Marco Polo was a Venetian merchant and explorer known for his journeys from Europe to which continent? Africa, Asia, or North America?
Asia. Marco Polo, right? Yeah, Asia.
And the answer there is Asia. What
So
was the
glad.
capital city of the Aztec Empire, known for its grand architecture and intricate canal system? Tenochtitlan, Rio Bec, or Cusco?
Tenochtitlan.
And the correct answer, Tenochtitlan.
I've been to Cusco.
Which two countries fought the Hundred Years' War from 1337 to 1453? England and France, Germany and Spain, or Portugal and Italy?
Well, England and France. Germany wasn't even a country then.
That was between England and France.
Nor was really Italy. So
The Black Death is believed to have originated where before spreading to Europe? South America, Africa or Asia?
Asia.
And it spread from Asia. Between 1347 and 1351, the Black Death killed approximately what percent of Europe's population? 5 to 10, 30 to 60 or 70 to 90?
30 to 60, I would say. 5 to 10 is too low.
And it
70
wiped
to 90
out 30
would
to
not.
60%.
Yeah.
Which Italian city is considered the birthplace of the Renaissance? Florence, Rome or Venice?
I think it's Florence, right? Florence? Not Venice. Florence.
And the correct answer, Florence.
Okay.
What was the capital city of the Inca Empire, renowned for its intricate stonework and terraced architecture? Cusco, Tikal or Quito?
Cuzco. To pronounce Cuzco.
And the correct answer
but-
is Cusco.
Been there.
Who was the
Been there.
last Byzantine emperor who died defending Constantinople from the Ottoman Turks? Was it Justinian I, Constantine XI or Theo I?
I'm going Constantine.
And
Constantine.
it was
11th.
Constantine XI.
Mm-hmm.
In 1492, Columbus set sail from Spain on his first voyage to find a new route to where? Asia, South America, or Southern Africa?
Asia.
And he was looking for a new route to Asia. Columbus's voyage was sponsored by which monarchs of Spain? Ferdinand and Isabella, Henry and Anne, or Carlos and Marie?
Ferdinand and Isabella. And I believe they were also the ones that finally got the
And it was
what do you call
Ferdinand
it?
and
Out of-
Isabella.
out of
Columbus's
Spain.
fleet consisted of 3 ships, the Nina, Pinta, and which other?
Santa
The Santa
Maria.
Susana, Maria, or Clara?
Santa Maria. Moors, by the way, was the answer.
And it was the Santa Maria. Columbus encountered land on October the 12th, 1492, in the present-day Bahamas. What did he name the island? Hispaniola, Nassau, or San Salvador?
He named it San Salvador, didn't he?
And he named it San Salvador.
But it's today. I
Which of
think.
these is not a crop that was brought to Europe from the New World? Maize, potatoes, or apples?
Apples. Apples, I know that because potatoes and yeah, okay, apples.
The answer is apples. When Portugal and Spain started forming colonies in the New World, they initially forced whom to work on their plantations? Indigenous people, European prisoners, or French peasants?
Indigenous peoples.
And they used indigenous people. Which European nation started the transatlantic slave trade in the early 16th century? Was
It's
it
not-
Spain,
it's not
Portugal,
England.
or England?
It's
The others later became
no,
involved
it's
with
Portugal.
it too, but it was
Yeah.
started by Portugal.
yeah. It took me. God, these
Over
go
more
quick.
than 300 years, approximately how many enslaved Africans were transported across the Atlantic? 1 million, 5 million, or 12 million?
It was over 12.
By all the nations that were involved in it, the
Yeah.
answer is over 12 million.
Yeah.
Between 1508 and 1512, the Sistine Chapel ceiling was painted by which artist? Raphael, Michelangelo, or Leonardo da Vinci?
Michelangelo.
And that was by Michelangelo.
By the way, the coolest of the Ninja Turtles.
In 1517, who is said to have nailed a copy of his 95 Theses to the door of a church in Germany? Nicolaus Copernicus, Martin Luther,
Martin
or
Luther.
Leonardo da Vinci?
Martin Luther.
And that
How are
was
you guys doing, by the
Martin
way?
Luther,
All right, I'm at 1 so
who
far.
is famous for leading the first expedition to circumnavigate the globe in 1519 to 22. Ferdinand Magellan, Christopher Columbus, or James Cook? And he died on
Magellan.
the journey from a poisoned arrow. The answer
Magellan.
is Ferdinand Magellan. Name the Spanish conquistador who is best remembered for capturing the Aztec capital. Was it Hernán Cortés, Juan Carlos, or Miguel de Cervantes?
Hernan Cortez. Juan Carlos was the king.
And
of
the
Spain.
answer is Hernán Cortés. Which Polish astronomer proposed the heliocentric model of the solar
I'm
system,
not good at
challenging the
this.
geocentric view? Johannes Kepler, Galileo Galilei, or Nicolaus Copernicus?
Galileo Galilei. That's what I'm going
And
with.
it was
No.
Nicolaus Copernicus.
No.
What is Queen Elizabeth I's father's name? He was known for his 6 marriages. Was it King Henry VII, Edward VI, or Henry VIII?
I'm going with Henry VIII. I'm not good at this time period.
And he is King Henry VIII.
Okay. Not good
The
at
modern
astronomy.
Gregorian calendar was introduced to replace which earlier calendar system? The Julian, Islamic, or Mayan?
Julian. Julian.
And it replaced the Julian calendar. Name the settlement established in 1607 that became the first permanent English settlement in North America. Was it Plymouth, Jamestown, or Rochester?
Jamestown, I think. Jamestown.
And it was Jamestown.
Jamestown, yeah.
In 1610, one of Galileo's major discoveries was his observation of 4 moons orbiting which planet? Jupiter, Mars, or Saturn?
Saturn. Because of Saturn's moons, yeah.
The answer is Jupiter.
No. I know nothing
Who led
about
the
astronomy.
parliamentary forces in the English Civil Wars and became Lord Protector of England in 1653? Was it Charles I, Oliver Cromwell, or Richard III?
Oliver Cromwell.
And that was Oliver Cromwell.
Jeez, I'm not doing good.
Whose groundbreaking work introduced his laws of motion and the laws of universal gravitation in 1687? Alessandro Volta, Michael Faraday, or Isaac Newton?
Isaac Newton.
And that was Isaac Newton.
I'm getting
Which
nervous
country is
now.
considered the birthplace of the Industrial Revolution? The United Kingdom, Germany, or France?
The United Kingdom. That's what I'm going with. Sure. Yeah.
And the answer, the United Kingdom. The use of which new energy source played a crucial role in driving machinery during the Industrial Revolution? Electrical, wind, or steam power?
No, steam. Steam power. Steam power.
And that was steam power.
Yes.
What was the primary reason for the 1773 Boston Tea Party? Was it a protest against taxes, slavery, or working conditions?
Taxes. Protest against taxes.
And it was a protest
Kind of
against taxes. Who was appointed the Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army during the American Revolution? Was it Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, or John Adams?
George Washington.
And it was George Washington.
Kind of easy for Americans, I guess.
In 1776, how many American colonies declared their independence from Great Britain? 11, 12, or 13?
13.
And if you're from the States, you should definitely know these. The answer is 13.
Now I was questioning it
In
after you said that.
1776, Dr. Edward Jenner created the world's first successful vaccine. What was it for? Polio, measles, or smallpox?
Smallpox. Smallpox. And he worked
And it
with
was
the
for
religious
smallpox.
guy. But, yeah.
Who surrendered to George Washington, effectively ending the American Revolutionary War? Was it General Cornwallis, Clinton, or Gage?
General Cornwallis was the one who surrendered.
And it was General Cornwallis. What was stormed by protesters in 1789, marking the start of the French Revolution? The Notre Dame Cathedral, the Bastille, or the Palace of Versailles?
The Bastille.
And the answer, the Bastille.
Napoleon was there.
Who was the last Queen of France before the French Revolution? Was it Marie Antoinette, Anne of Brittany, or Isabella of France?
I don't even remember. Oh my God, Marie Antoinette was the queen who got her head
And the
got
answer
beheaded.
is
but-
Marie Antoinette.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
A
She's queen
rebellion
if she's
by
married
slaves
anyway.
resulted in the establishment of which independent Caribbean country in 1804? Jamaica, Barbados, or Haiti?
Haiti. As a result of the American Revolution.
And the correct
basically.
answer is Haiti. In
God, good
1804, who was crowned Emperor of the French?
Oh.
Napoleon Bonaparte, Louis XVI, or Francis I?
Napoleon Bonaparte.
And the correct answer, Napoleon Bonaparte.
Can't wait to see
In
that movie.
1805, the British Royal Navy, under Nelson, defeated the French and Spanish navies at which famous battle? Waterloo, Trafalgar, or Gravelines?
Trafalgar.
And the correct answer, the Battle of Trafalgar.
I have no idea how I got the first ones
Who was
right, the first
nicknamed the
section.
Liberator for helping nations become independent from Spain? Simon Bolivar, Augusto Pinochet, or Che Guevara?
Simon Bolivar.
And it was Simon Bolivar.
Do this live, guys. You'll get really
Who led
nervous.
the British force to defeat Napoleon at Waterloo in 1815? Was it Horatio Nelson, James Cook, or the Duke of Wellington?
The Duke of Wellington.
And it was the Duke of Wellington. Which battle, fought in 1863, is often considered the turning point in the American Civil War? The Battle of Bull Run, Gettysburg, or Vicksburg?
They're going to say Gettysburg, which they're kind of right, but I believe it's
And the
Vicksburg.
correct answer
It
is the
Gettysburg.
Battle of Gettysburg. Who did Robert E. Lee surrender to on April the 9th, 1865, effectively ending the American Civil War? Ulysses S. Grant, Abraham Lincoln, or Joseph Hooker?
Ulysses S. Grant. I
And
know.
he
if you're
surrendered
from Britain,
to
you don't
Ulysses S. Grant.
might not know this stuff.
In 1893, who became the first self-governing country to allow all adult women to vote? The United States, Canada, or New Zealand?
It's either Canada or New Zealand. I'm going with New Zealand.
And that was New Zealand.
Yeah, I thought so. They're pretty
Who
progressive.
discovered and named X-rays in 1895? Was it Tesla, Röntgen, or Edison?
I do not know. It's not Tesla. I'm going to go with
And the correct answer is Röntgen,
Röntgen. Okay, yeah.
who is credited with sending and receiving the first transatlantic radio signal in 1901. Was it Marconi, Tesla, or Edison?
Marconi? I don't think
That
Edison
was
did.
Marconi.
Marconi. Yep.
What was the approximate duration of the Wright brothers' first successful flight in 1903? Was it 12 seconds, 90 seconds, or 3 minutes?
All right, this isn't correct, but it's like I'm going to guess 3
It
minutes.
was just 12 seconds.
Oh, 12 seconds. Wow. They already
Austrian
had somebody
Franz
doing
Ferdinand
this
was
in New
assassinated
Zealand.
in which city, sparking the events that started World War I? Berlin, Paris, or Sarajevo?
Sarajevo. God, I thought the Wright brothers was a trick question.
And that was in Sarajevo. When in 1914 was there an unofficial and impromptu ceasefire to the war on the Western Front?
Yeah.
At Easter, Christmas, or New Year's Day?
Christmas. I did a video on this like 2 years ago. You probably find
And
it
that
on the channel.
happened at Christmas. Who led the Bolsheviks in the Russian Revolution of 1917? Was it Joseph Stalin, Grigory Rasputin, or Vladimir Lenin?
Lenin.
And it was Vladimir Lenin. Name the peace treaty signed in 1919 by Germany and the Allied nations, formally ending World War I. Was it the Treaty of Berlin, Versailles, or London?
Treaty of Versailles.
And it was the Treaty of Versailles. What was the common name given to the 1918-20 flu pandemic that killed an estimated 50 million people? Was it the Spanish, Asian, or Hong Kong flu?
Spanish flu. Misnamed though.
And it was the Spanish flu. What event in October 1929 is often considered the starting point of the Great Depression? The St. Valentine's Day Massacre, Wall Street crash, or Polish-Soviet War?
It would be the United States Wall Street crash.
It was the Wall Street crash.
It was
World
already
War
going
II began
downhill
in
before that.
1939 when Germany invaded Poland, prompting Britain and who else to declare war on Germany? France, the United States, or Soviet Union?
I would argue that it was already going on with Japan and
And it was
China.
France.
but
Which
it
event
became
on
World
December
War
the 7th, 1941 led to the United States entering World War II? The D-Day landings, the attack on Pearl Harbor, or the Battle of Stalingrad?
The attack on Pearl Harbor. They
it
really
was
kind of
the attack
lean
on Pearl Harbor.
towards America on this one.
Name the top secret World War II government program that produced nuclear weapons.
In America is
Was
what
it
they're
the
saying.
Area 51 project, the Manhattan Project, or the Gemini program?
The Manhattan Project. Sorry.
And it was the Manhattan Project. What were the names of the 2 atomic bombs dropped on Japan in 1945? Little Boy and Fat Man, Trinity and Alamos, or Alpha and Omega?
Little Boy and Fat Man.
And it was Little Boy and Fat Man. After World War II, where were the war crimes trials held for the Nazi Germany leaders? Berlin, Paris, or Nuremberg?
Nuremberg.
And they were
Interesting
held
thing to
in
look
Nuremberg.
into.
Name the African American who was arrested in December 1955 for refusing to give up a bus seat to a white passenger. Was it Martin Luther King Jr., Malcolm X, or Rosa Parks?
It was Rosa Parks. And some billionaire
And it was
paid for
Rosa
her home for the
Parks.
rest of her life.
In which spacecraft did Yuri Gagarin complete his historic orbit around the Earth on April the 12th, 1961? Luna 1, Vostok 1, or Mir 1?
God, I think it was Mir 1. Oh,
And that
God.
was in Vostok 1.
Vostok 1. Vostok 1.
What 1962 event brought the United States and the Soviet Union to the brink of nuclear war? The Cuban Missile Crisis, the Berlin Blockade, or the Warsaw Pact?
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
And that was the Cuban Missile Crisis.
How did I screw that one up?
In which US city did the assassination of President Kennedy occur on November the 22nd, 1963? New York City, Washington DC, or Dallas?
Dallas.
It was in Dallas. The Apollo 11 module landed on the moon on July the 20th, 1969. Where did they touch down? The Ocean of Storms, Sea of Tranquility, or Sea of Clouds?
The Sea of Tranquility, I believe.
The correct answer here, the Sea of Tranquility. The fall of which city in 1975 marked the end of the Vietnam War? Hanoi, Nha Trang, or Saigon?
Saigon. Yeah, Saigon. Sometimes
And
I
the
feel like
answer,
they're too easy,
Saigon.
you know, or for me at least.
In which country are the killing fields where the Khmer Rouge regime committed genocide in the 70s? Thailand, Vietnam, or Cambodia?
Cambodia. Right? Cambodia.
And they are in Cambodia. Who invented the World Wide Web in 1989? Was it Tim Berners-Lee, Bill Gates, or Paul Allen?
Was it Paul Allen? God, I think it's Paul Allen.
And it was Tim Berners-Lee.
No.
What event in November 1989 marked the symbolic end of the Cold War? Soviet withdrawal from Afghanistan, the fall of the Berlin Wall, or Ronald Reagan's speech in Berlin?
The fall of the Berlin Wall. But you should read
It
that
was
story about
the
how
fall
it
of the
happened.
Berlin
It's very
Wall.
interesting.
In February 1990, Nelson Mandela was released after spending how many years in prison? 5, 16, or 27?
It was either 60. I think it was 27. He was in there for a long time.
And the answer is 27.
Yeah.
Okay, there's so many events in our world history, I couldn't possibly include them all in this quiz. But do you have a favourite history?
How did you guys do? I hope you did rather well. Being honest, I got 5 wrong, and I'm kind of embarrassed about that. But let me know how you did in the comments. I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to make a couple more videos while I have the data myself. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you later.